So we have invited our source of the day, Andi Djati Utomo, as a professor of Ikebana, Indonesia. So let's just greet him. Good afternoon.
Hi. Hello, good afternoon.
Mas Andi.
Yeah, nice to meet you here.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for being with us today in the studio. Yes. Now, first of all, I know that we've seen a short coverage about Ikebana, but please, we want to hear from the professor.
Yeah.
Please explain to us more about Ikebana.
Yes. So what is already explained is completely correct, everything. Yes, it is a Japanese way of floral designing or floral arranging.
Yeah.
But the one that I need to expand a little bit more, that actually Ikebana is not only an art, it's not only a designing of flowers, but it is a culture before it's become an art.
Really?
Yes. So it's already explained that it's many years ago, hundreds of years ago, they used that one in the temple or in their shrine. But after that one is occupied by the ordinary person. It's mean to decorate their house, and when they do the praying, they need to have something to celebrate it, and they starting to make a floral designing this as a decoration of their house.
Okay,
yes.
So it's just not like a normal flower arrangement,
yes,
right?
It's so much different when you compare this one with the flowers that maybe you order in the flower shop. Yeah, for celebrating, let's say, birthday or New Year's or everything. It's just completely different. It has a lot of philosophy and a lot of meanings.
Okay. So, by the way, I saw your website that you wanted to be a flower arranger since you were a little kid. So, why did you choose to be a flower arranger, and why Ikebana?
Okay. At first time, the one who introducing me to the floral designing is actually my mother. She used to be working in a florist and have a florist flower shop by her own. But after that one, they closed it, and she's become a really good housewife. Okay.
All right, that's
so
good.
she's the one who introducing me to the world of floral designing. Okay. As a designers, you may choose to be, let's say, fashion designers, interior designers. Actually, my major in university is in interior designing. But I think flowers is very interesting because the one that you make is actually perishable. You make maybe today, after 2 or 3 days, it's already completely gone, and you need to recreate it again. It's really different with, let's say, fashion. When you create a dress, it may be last for years. Okay. So why Ikebana? So the first time I learned is about we call the Western style of floral designing.
Right.
That's really an important thing when you like to open a flower shop. Of course, you need to do how to create a nice flower arrangement. You need how to care and handling the flowers. You need to do the treatment for the flowers and everything. And after that, I realized that the whole world, actually, the flowers is not only dominated by the western side of this world. There's also an eastern part of this world, oriental part of this world, and there's Ikebana is coming. Okay. Ikebana as a floral design actually is not originally coming from Japan, but it's coming from China.
Oh, really?
Yes. But the China didn't elaborate that one. And when the Buddhism religion is coming from China to Japan, they bring along the Ikebana. The one who developed that one is the Japanese, and that's why it's called Ikebana.
Okay, so they're the one who developed it.
Yes. The one that is really interesting for me is because they use a minimal number of flowers, really minimal, but the impact of the beauty is just so nice. Yes. So how to create a very nice arrangement with a minimal flowers is just amazing.
So it started where you want to cater the wants and needs of your customers, right? So you learn many types of flower arrangements. All right. Now, I've heard some words that aren't familiar for me. For example, the styles of Ikebana, we have Ikenobo, Rika, Shoka, and many more. Okay, so perhaps the audience are not familiar with that as well. So could you please explain to us?
Okay.
about them?
First of all, the Ikebana is the general term. It's mean a Japanese way of floral designing, of floral arranging, and they have so many different schools. Ikenobo is one of the schools, actually.
Okay.
One of the schools. Nowadays, I think it's hundreds of different schools of Ikebana in the Japan. Okay, and of course, like a school, each school has their own lesson, their own principal, their own headmaster, and everything. Ikenobo now is called the origin of Ikebana because it's the first one who's starting Ikebana as a lessons. Yes, so they have rules, they have philosophy and everything, and they written it so clearly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How about the Ikenobo school in
Ikenobo
Indonesia?
is the oldest school of Ikebana,
Yeah.
like I say, and it's called the origin of Ikebana. And now I'm become one of the professor of the Ikenobo, and I'm proud to say that we also have a chapter here in Jakarta. Yeah, we have hundreds of members here.
Wow.
Can we become one of its
Of course.
members?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the requirements to be one of them?
Just came to the class. And
Came
that's
to the
all.
class.
It's in Jakarta.
Yes, in Jakarta. We have at
Okay.
least 7 different teachers who
Wow.
teach Ikebana Ikenobo in the whole Jakarta.
Wow, interesting.
Yes.
By the way, talking about the Ikebana art, one of them is a symbol of harmony between humans, nature,
Yes.
and also God, right?
Yes.
So how can a flower arrangement have those kind of value? And can you maybe elaborate more on it?
Of course. So, like I said before, at the first time, this arrangement is not made only for decoration, but they made that one on purpose when they're doing praying.
Yeah.
So, it's as an offering to the God. So, when you're doing offering to the God, you need to have some certain thing that you need to consider. It need to be a fresh flowers. In Ikebana, you are not allowed to using artificial flowers because it's not a living thing.
Yeah.
As an offering to the God, it is something from your garden or from something from the natures. When you create something from the natures, you need to realize that this one is something that is something growing. It's a plant. Right? It's a living thing.
Yeah.
It's not an artificial thing. So you need to consider. It need waters. Definitely yes. Flowers need waters. Flowers will grow toward the sun. Of course, it's naturally like that. Flowers have stem, flowers has leaf, and flowers sometimes have a seasonal. Let's say spring flowers, autumn flowers, and everything. And you need to consider all of them when you do the design.
That's complicated.
That's complicated. That's why, wow, it's complicated and a lot of philosophies. Yes. So when you take a look of the fresh flowers, and I need to starting to imagine how it's grow, where it's grow, when it's grow.
Okay.
I need to have a water for them, and everything, and so on, and so on, and so on.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I just wondering, wow, this flower is just so beautiful. You can see the color, you can see the shape, you can see even the tone is also beautiful. It's a living thing.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. You just mentioned that
Yeah.
we have to use living plants, right?
Sure.
Obviously, that is one of the rules
Yeah.
that they have
Yes.
in Ikebana.
Yes.
Are there any other rules in the practice of
Yes.
Ikebana? And are there flowers that we must avoid
Yeah.
or we must use?
Yes. Okay, so basically we divided that one into the traditional arrangement and a modern arrangement, or we call the freestyle. Traditional arrangement, of course, they have more rules that you need to obey that one. Of course, besides these rules, you have guidance. Guidance is just to guide you to make it a better arrangement, but if you would like to do it by your own way, no problem. In the modern arrangement, of course, it's more free, and that's why we call free. You can express yourself, you can choose your material according what you like and everything.
Could you please give an example of the rules besides using fresh
Yes.
flowers?
Okay. One thing, all the flowers need to touch the water. Because that one is a living thing. So you cannot just say that hanging of flowers without the water source. They will be die in a few minutes or a few, and that one is cruel.
But still, you have to provide water, although they will die anyway.
Yes.
So where do you put the water? I mean, do you stick it on a like some kind of
Yes,
sponge?
we will doing a demonstration, right?
I cannot wait, you know.
Me too.
By the way,
Yes.
as an Ikebana professor, what are the benefits of learning Ikebana?
The first of all, I appreciate natures more because I touch the fresh flowers and I need to imagine how it's grow. So I need to touch with so many different kind of flowers and leaf and plant and try to understand how they grow. And at the same time, we will say that, oh my God, God is so creative to create so many different things, so many different plants, so many different colors and everything.
So you learn one by one every plant,
I have to.
wow.
When you're doing Ikebana, you have to.
So out of all the flowers there is in this world, is there any that we cannot use for traditional Ikebana?
The beauty of Ikebana is that you can use any kind of flowers and plant in this world. And that's why I become proud to Indonesia. Did you know that Indonesia also have so many different kind of flowers that is different if you compare to there in Japan. So Ikebana in Indonesia will be slightly different with the original Ikebana in Japan, but it's not become less, it's become more rich.
Yes, because of our tropical plants.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
By the way, I'm so cannot wait to actually do the flower arrangement with Ikebana style. And so we're gonna go to the commercial break. So the See the Stories will continue after the break. So don't go anywhere.